I'm here at Connected Britain with Mike Locke, who's the Managing Director of Satellite Internet. You've just chaired a roundtable on the role of satellite internet for the final 5%. Can you just give us an idea of the key conclusions that came out of that roundtable?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll always take opportunities to talk about satellite and where it is peculiarly effective and cost-effective in bringing connections to the UK. And the Connected Britain conference is a really good opportunity to do that. Title of the roundtable was Is Satellite Internet a No-Brainer for the last 5%? And I think we concluded quite rightly that it is a no-brainer because of the fact of how cheap it can be cost per site compared to just about any other technology when you get to the edge of networks.
Yeah, you mentioned the other technologies. There are obviously other technologies pushing for this kind of rural market, but satellite internet is actually probably quite clearly the right solution.
Well, in many places it is the right solution, but on economic terms, if it's possible to get a fibre connection to somebody for a cost of say £3,000 and a satellite connection to somebody for the cost of £300, then especially when there's public money involved, there is an argument to be careful about which technologies you choose to deploy and where.
And looking at the role of satellite internet as a concept nationally, how do you see that going forward?
Well, one of the things we looked at in the round table was the old idea that satellite is a technology that doesn't work and it can't last. And one of the bits of history we looked at was, in fact, that the first internet connection into the UK back in the 70s was provided via a transatlantic satellite connection. And in the early days of the internet, about 7% of remote and rural connections were provided by satellite, and today that's about the same worldwide. So we look to have a very good future for satellite as it gets faster, as new technologies are implemented, and I'm sure that in 30, 40 years' time there'll still be people coming to conferences and saying, tell me again, isn't satellite a bit old to be doing connections at the edge of networks? And somebody like me will be saying, no, it's absolutely brilliant, and we'll still be serving people at the edge of networks for the foreseeable future.
And in terms of satellite internet, your company, it's a very exciting time, isn't it?
There's never a dull time in satellite, that's for sure. But at the moment, yes, we have schemes going with BDUK, the Universal Service Commitment scheme, where we provide satellite connections for people who can't get 2 megabit per second nationally. We're talking to them and to Ofcom about the Universal Service Obligation, which is a 10 megabit per second guarantee for anybody who requires it, and I'm sure we'll be looking forward to doing our bit to help the UK get connected for a long time to come.
Right, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much indeed, Tom.